too hot in that part of the United States. As Trossard immediately tries to take aim.
310 yards.
Get something going for the Belgians.
Tilling Road.
Chance early on for Maxime de Kuyper of Brighton to cause some issues with this long throw.
Let's put some CB boy.
De Kuyper towards Onana. Tielemans winds up for the shot. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, and it's a great save from Fries. Timothy Castagna drawing an excellent stop from the United States keeper.
At the roundabout, turn left onto Tilling
well,
Road.
wasn't he? It's a really good hit. I love the way he just doesn't swipe at this Castagna. He takes his time, he places that. And I think that's nestled right in the top corner.
In a quarter of a mile,
he knows it as well. He was right on the line of it.
Towards the M1.
Top save.
We've barely played a minute and Belgium have already had, what, 3 shots at goal? Not a bad start for them.
Go past this roundabout,
kick.
then at the next one, continue towards the M1.
Reese, legendary France goalkeeper, World Cup winner.
At the roundabout, continue towards the M1.
2018. Here's de Kuyper.
In a quarter of a mile, at the
Swinger,
roundabout,
it's
take
one.
the second exit towards the north at
Straight
Roadtrip.
at the goalkeeper from Charles de Ketelaere. Tim Ream, 38 years old and called Gramps, which, to be honest, share an age with him. That was upsetting, hearing that nickname.
At the roundabout, take the second exit towards the north at Roadtrip.
And here's the great shot, just from behind the line.
USA now pushing, and that is how Pochettino has wanted his team to play. You can see a lot of similarities with that Tottenham team that he had.
I think it's a real trait of his, isn't it? And something that the USA do well. They drive the tempo, they want to press high, they want to make it a real physical challenge about mobility, about pace, and more so than the likes of Balogun, who really does that well. He works the channels and he's a real nuisance to defenders. It's a big feature of their game. That's why it's so important that he's in the team.
Raska. Lara.
There's also a lot of Premier League experience in this USA team, which is interesting as well. There's a player there, Richards at Crystal Palace, had a great season, European trophy, and strong finish in the Premier League. There's some really good players in this USA team now.
Dest is dispossessed.
For about 61 miles, continue straight.
To Weston McKennie. Goes early with the ball towards Balogun.
I think Ngoy's going to have to keep his eye on him today. That's why he's back in the team. A really shaky game with his sending off against Iran. A couple of little errors, looked a little bit sleepy, but he's very good at that kind of pacey movement that Balogun puts him behind. I think that's a big factor. Wise on the team on the ball now. He's going to have a good game.
First one forced to go long. Serginho Dest. Impressive season with PSV, another Eredivisie title.
That shot we were going to see from right behind the ball. You can see why Castagna is almost reeling away, thinking that's going in the top corner. What a save. Full stretch there, so early in the game. Give him all the confidence he needs.
Just his 19th appearance for the senior team at Fries. It's a very good tournament. Sent forward, straight into the gloves of Freeze. Some big calls made by Rudy Garcia. Doku and De Bruyne, two real stars of this team bench today.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Just looking at their midfield now, actually, as Tielemans that has just picked up that Kevin De Bruyne position, with Raskin dropping in with Onana as the two sat in front of the back four. So it's up to Tielemans, really, to find that little number 10 position. I mean, he's such a creative passer anyway. He's certainly more than capable of playing more advanced up the field.
Clears up. Stanley. Closing down Courtois. Fair challenge. Onana finding a bit of space for Luca Bacchio. Needs a bit more width. Does he? Really good play from Luca Bacchio. It's Tielemans!
What a chance. Super play from Belgium, all the way through the midfield, got after the ball. They've got the bit between their teeth here. They really have, getting after the midfield, winning it over, and that expression, to me, tells you everything. He knows he should score. Positive start for Belgium. Slowly building in this tournament. Very slow starts and very concerning performances, really. The 1-1 against Egypt, the goalless draw against Iran left their chances of progression hanging a little bit, but the 5-1 win over New Zealand sealed it, then going 2 goals down to Senegal. Yeah. They're built into it. You just get the feeling if they match the physicality and intensity, if Belgium match that today, USA will bring that in this game, then I think Belgium will win the game. I think they have the quality.
That's really good play from Raskin! And it's touched home by Charles de Ketelara! Silence in Seattle. The Belgians are bouncing. And Charles de Ketelara has his first tournament goal.
Well, you can't say it hasn't felt like it's coming. Belgium really pressing forward nicely, created a great chance for Tielemans to score moments ago, but I mean that there's really hesitant from the US. Pochettino not happy with that. There's 3 or 4 defenders, should just deal with that drop ball. Dest doesn't really go for it. Look how many players there. Too many in and around it, nobody taking responsibility. It's squared into the box, and that man there is right on cue for the simplest tapping he's going to get.
Right, the hesitancy, real hesitancy there.
Nobody taking responsibility. It was like there was too many bodies in and around the ball, and it was between everyone, without one person just going and dealing with it. Shouldn't even bounce in the box. It should just be cleared.
What have the USA got in response? They've scored at least 2 goals in each of their games so far in this World Cup. Time Lovely slip there from Serginho Dest. Keita Lara is caught.
He's just trying to talk himself out of it. Yellow card there means a little bit of a drag of the leg from Adams. Nothing sinister at all.
I was wondering if we'd see Gianni Infantino. There's plenty of the US women's national team alumni as well, but Infantino clearly wanting to be at this match in person. His integrity has been questioned throughout his 10 years as the FIFA president, and this has been particularly fevered after the events of the last couple of days.
Just seeing that graphic come up there, 6 attempts on goal, 3 on target, 0 for USA. That tells the story of the opening 11 minutes of this game. It's been all Belgium.
Pierluigi Collina there behind Infantino.
Yeah.
I just wonder what he's thinking about. The referee is being undermined. Anyway, there'll be more discourse of this.
Such an iconic figure, isn't it? Is it unmistakable?
Yeah. I think in any context you'll know it's him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Needing a moment to compose himself.
Just a flash in the face there. Tielemans looking to lift the ball over the top. They've started brightly, Belgium. If you ask the question whether or not the goings-on off the field has motivated the Belgian team or not, I think the opening 12 minutes of the game would suggest that it has motivated them, because they've started very brightly after, like you say, having a really kind of tepid tournament up to this point.
They look sharp to Keita Lara. He's looking very confident after hitting that first goal. Luca Bacchio really overran that, recycled over to Keita Lara. Couple in the middle. Attempted flick. Here's Trossard tiptoeing his way away from a couple of challenges. Belgium still going. Trossard acrobatically got his foot to it, but claimed by Freeze.
Well, they're just schooling USA at the moment. Belgium. You can hear the crowd now starting to try and get behind their team, but they're all over the place at the moment.
Tielemans finds Keita Lara. Trossard having a go.
The frustration of Richards and Reed. They've got to get hold of this team. They are all over the show at the moment. They cannot get to grips with Belgium. The second best in the box. Not dealing with any kind of loose balls. Just being really passive. Getting bodies behind the ball, but actually not then getting close and affecting the ball.
Barely mentioned Balogun and Christian Pulisic, who is usually so influential. I'm not even sure he's had a touch. Seems that the events of recent days have poked the Belgian bear.
Yeah, I agree. Really started well. I think having played poorly, but keep progressing, keep winning. You suffer a little bit like they did against Senegal. Looked like they were going out and then came back in. I tell you what, it doesn't half build the team. give you a bit of belief, and also makes you realise that, listen, we've not really got going yet, and we're still in the tournament, and we're progressing quite nicely. They've kind of started with that mentality.
Too happy with the start, Richo Pochettino, and understandably so. Here was Pulisic trying to make something happen. Seem to be half a beat off. The United States back in Belgian possession, although man down and Onana a bit of discomfort.
Yeah, he feels something there. Looked pretty innocuous, didn't it? But they're always the kind of injuries that can just catch you out. I have to say Belgium done to the USA what I thought the USA were going to do to Belgium, really, in terms of the physical side of it, getting after the ball, regains, win that midfield battle. They've dominated the game so far. USA have not got going. The incident, it just stretches there, and yes, as that right knee comes down, it was a little bit unstable, clearly in some discomfort.
Assumption will be that he'll try to carry on.
I'm just wondering about the fitness of Kevin De Bruyne, actually, whether or not that is a factor in terms of not being in the team.
In about 16 miles, take the exit.
He started every single game before this one, but he was taken off in every single game.
20 minutes into the game. I think if Onana can't continue, Tielemans could just slot back into that deeper role.
Forward from Courtois. It's bounced really nicely. Steve Robinson putting it out of play. This doesn't look good at all.
No.
Arna being comforted by his teammates. It's Vanaken getting ready.
It's gone for more of a like for like, and just to keep Tielemans in that more advanced. I mean, I can totally understand it. I mean, they've started so brightly. Why would you want to switch other positions just to accommodate another player?
Kenny. Played back in. So many to aim for in the middle. Dealt with well by the United States. Tyler Adams with the headed clearance on the edge of the box. Courtois quickly off his line, although Pulisic had it for a nanosecond. Belgium have another player down here now.
Bit of a collision as he was running back in. Thought he might have got a knock to the face, but it looks to be to the ribs. He's here with his own teammate as he competes for that ball.
So Nana, less than 20 minutes on the pitch. Antoine Akanon, his place. Yes, another holding midfielder. Dest. Tillman. Bacchio in the way. Showing a clean pair of heels to retreating United States midfield.
It's good recovery though in there. Really good pace. Adams getting back in, matching with Luca Bacchio.
It's a real sad sight, isn't it? And well, especially one of an Aston Villa persuasion. We'll hope that isn't a long-term one. Hoping that he can play again at this World Cup. Still a long way to go. Just the one-goal lead for Belgium, a deserved one. Oh, that's a big mistake from Richards. He recovered.
I'm not sure he made the most of that. Cantillare took him by surprise, I think, to be honest. I mean, if he'd really gone for the ball, I think he could have stolen it there off Richards. It's been a sloppy start from USA.
To Freeman. Now Dest. To Alex Freeman, plays for Villarreal. Belgium clogging up that area. Dancing behind from Balogun. Now Dest. Get around to Kuiper.
Speed camera ahead.
He's giving it the other way. I think he feels that Dest really did grab hold of De Kuiper's shirt there and pulled him down.
Well, the first half hydration break has come at a good time for the United States, who have been second best for the first quarter of this game. And while the players break, let's point you towards what we have coming up for you on the BBC. Quarter-final. The winners of this one will face Spain, and that's live on the BBC. Friday, 7:30 start on BBC One. Round of 16 action for you later today. That's on BBC Sounds Argentina against Egypt at 5 p.m. Then after that, again on Sounds, Switzerland against Colombia at 9 o'clock. And you can get involved. Just scan the QR code and head to the live page in the BBC Sport app for polls, updates and reaction throughout the match.
Looking it. Super piece of wing play. And I think Pochettino will be really disappointed with his team, the way they've defended. You know, second best in the box on a couple of occasions there has cost them, as McKennie, maybe that's a little rush of blood to the head and just a bit of frustration there. Or maybe trying to raise the tempo for his teammates and get about the pitch and put his foot in, and we were saying need to get going.
Second exit towards Oxford and Leicester.
Yellow card for Weston McKennie. Eyes on Infantino. He receives a phone call. I believe there is a direct line from the White House. Some close friends.
Exit the roundabout towards Oxford.
It's an independent panel.
In 5.5 miles,
That's what the
at
statement said.
roundabout, take the third exit towards Greens, Norton and Blakesley.
At them, and you see Decatur Lara being played as a number 9 for his club Atalanta, and then for Belgium. Not a traditional one, but you can see just that first goal, that tap in, and he's grown a couple more inches, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's led the line really well since then. A couple of really good flick-ons and bringing other players into play. And had the desire to want to get on the end of that cross, and Ream will be really disappointed. Just didn't get his feet sorted out, couldn't really compete properly in the air.
Adams to Ream. Tillman. Never really collected that. Talara. Luca Bacchio. Belgium zipping it around. Ratting about, he's going to have to be a bit careful. Just evades the toe of Pulisic.
It was a good spot to switch the play though. Didn't execute it that well, Michele, but lovely idea, lovely vision just to spread the play because it was getting really tight and congested.
Yeah, USA looking a little bit passive here as Belgium try and mount another attack. It's Tielemans. Bacchio to play by Adams.
Yeah, they're struggling to get to grips with him at the moment. Belgium will be really pleased with the way they're starting. They're playing like a team that look confident, good players, they're moving the ball. And most impressively for me, they're actually being very physical, getting after it. They're dominating that side of the game at the moment.
Tielemans over this corner. Delivered low. Gathered by Fries. Raskin got the final touch. He releases quickly. Belgium smother it, win it back.
That's great from De Kuyper. 2 tackles, getting after the ball. Win it back and have possession again.
In about 4.5 miles, turn left onto Adstone Road.
See, Ream wanted to pass that forward, but didn't see an avenue.
We haven't had that injection of pace yet, have we? Every USA game I've seen this tournament, we've seen more balls like this with Balogun getting down the sides and stretching the defence, but they've been few and far between in this first half.
Pulisic. Just getting in each other's way. Tyler Adams, Pulisic, they turn the ball over again. Kuiper for Van Aken. That looked 50-50. Decision has gone Belgium's way.
Chris Richards didn't think that was the case. I think that's the right call. Doesn't get any of the ball. This is that nice little skippy touch. I think that was Raskin, wasn't it? I mean, Trossard's trying to flick that with the inside of his right boot, but just tried to skip onto that ball there as the delivery came into the box. But again, USA looking a little bit passive and statuesque when they're in the box, not really ready to go and deal with the ball. Great ball.
Excellent ball, that should have been a third. Luca Bacchio got to the front of the queue but couldn't find the target.
Well, what a delivery. Great left ball from De Kuiper. I think it's a bit trickier than maybe what it looked, because he had to wait for the ball. It was a little bit behind him and then he just got it all wrong. Couldn't quite get the contact. Another opportunity for Belgium.
Oh, now a bit of hesitancy between Tielemans and Castagna, but that line bailed them out. Pulisic. There's Robinson to McKennie. Approaching the end of the first half. Dest. God, just stuck out a leg.
Nice and tight though, wasn't he? Hasn't given Balogun any space at all. That ball was going to fed into him. He wanted to apply pressure to his first touch and actually ended up hooking his foot round and towing the ball away.
The referee delays the throw. To sort something out. A word with Chris Richards. I'm not sure he's taking all that in. Tillman. Oh, the loose ball is there, but Balogun is shut out.
Well, it's a block as well, isn't it? And it falls really nicely. Roy in there that just gets the block and puts Balogun off. It's an important position there.
Corner kick.
If they were to steal a goal now and go in at 2-2, that would be an absolute result for USA. Mauricio Pochettino could get his team in at half-time at 2-2, he would be extremely happy with that.
It looks like they're not going to get the chance from the corner. That has been overturned.
Turn left onto Adstone Road.
New rule, VAR can look at corners. Well, they can overturn those situations, not the other way round. So that has benefited Belgium. We have 6 minutes, though, of added time. Did have the hydration break, of course, and also the injury to Amadou Onana for Belgium.
He's been good. Trossard showed real quality in the second goal.
And reportedly very close to a move to Besiktas. Arsenal letting him go.
Yeah. Looking in that area of the pitch to freshen up a little bit. Trossard looks to be on his way out.
Such a useful player, though, so busy. Rascal.
And I would say Trossard is one of the players that has probably impressed me most since going to Arsenal. I mean, I never thought he was going to establish himself in the starting 11 as well as what he has done. He's got better and better and really built that. You know, you're playing in Champions League finals and winning the Premier League. What a great move that has been for him.
Dest making good progress. Up to a point, and then Takaipa was in the way. He's had a brilliant first half, the Brighton fullback. There's Luca Bacchio.
In about 2.5 miles, turn right onto
a little
Eden
bit more
Road.
positive, Luca Bacchio. He's been a bit conservative out there on the right-hand side. He's excellent when he steps inside.
Deep cross in, it will be retrieved here by Trossard. Freeman gives away the corner.
Yeah, looked a corner. Freeman not happy with the decision, but for me, looks like, or maybe not. Might have just flicked off Trossard's foot.
Well, this would have been checked. Luca Bacchio just pulls it.
He almost wants to drag that a little bit more as a shot, but if you just drag that across the face of the goal a bit more, you tend to have a teammate just arriving at the back post.
Kick given against Belgium for the challenge on Tillman. His deflected free kick, the only bright moment in this first half for the United States. It will be interesting to see if Pochettino makes any changes. That's a really good ball towards Balogun, just had too much weight on it in the end. Courtois did enough.
He did enough, but came out and then didn't quite deal with the ball, did he? I mean, he got there. Goy had to be there just to hook it away.
Really good play, Richards. Kenny's ball, though, is cut out.
Kuiper again with that challenge. I mean, he's been excellent in the first half, the left back for Belgium.
Going with the big switch, a bit too big.
1 mile, turn right onto Eden Road.
Adams pass just behind Richards. That's really good play from Tillman. The nutmeg to Dest. And now Balogun. Good tracking from Ngoy.
That right there, I think, is why Ngoy's starting. Because I think he's one of the best Belgian centre-backs they have for this kind of run and dealing with that kind of move. Gets across, covers the ground really well. He's got the odd mistake in him, as we've seen, but in terms of running in those channels for the balls that they love to play Balogun through, I think that's something that Belgium have certainly looked at.
6 minutes of added time have elapsed. Final chance. Pulisic. Easy for Courtois. And that'll do it for the first half, which has belonged to Belgium. Still time to rectify this scoreline. Pulisic. It's one loose touch and they are on him. Robinson.
Turn right onto Eden Road, then take the next right into the car park.
The work rate from Belgium has been high, and they've got a couple of top-class players to bring off the bench if required. They've got Kevin De Bruyne and Jeremy Doku, who not named in the starting 11 for this one.
Turn right into the car park, then arrive at your
Particularly De
destination.
Bruyne, a player they've relied on so much over the last 4 or 5 major tournaments.
You've always got Lukaku with an eye for goal as well.
Of course, not to mention.
Yeah, doesn't mind coming on off the bench and putting one in the back of the net. He's been pretty prolific at that lately.
To have those in reserve, those players that as the opposition see about to come on, think, oh great, now I've got this to deal with.
Absolutely. Certainly has a bit of a psychological impact, doesn't it?
Here's Tyler Adams. Injury hit season for Bournemouth, but will be playing in Europe next season. Rayner. Burst past his man. Robinson drifts it in over the head of Balogun. Green. Pulisic. That's a loose pass.
Just a little bit negative there as well. It's Tillman receiving the ball with his back to play, just happy to play that ball backwards. I mean, you want to see him check his shoulder, take it on the back foot and start driving at the back four, really asking questions of the Belgian back four. That hasn't been done today at all yet from USA. It's been way too comfortable for Belgium just to sit in there and not really be troubled.
Just need to pose more of an attacking threat from open play. Tillman's free kick got them on the board. It's their 5th set-piece goal of the tournament. Play from Tillman and movement from McKennie.
Starting route to Blakesley. In 2.2 miles, turn right onto Blakesley Road.
Trossard nearly overran that. Passes kindly forward to Kuiper. Bacchio's made a good run. Shepherded down the line by Ream.
Just about deals with him in the end. Decides to stay a little bit narrow there, Ream, and just wait for Bacchio to get hold of the ball. Shows him on the outside, makes the tackle.
Of a tangle. Tielemans. Looks dangerous. Bacchio. Robinson. Pulisic. Nothing doing from the referee. That did look slightly suspect as he was about to pull the trigger. Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, I think because the challenge came in from behind, but it's taken a long time to really wind up that right foot.
Turn right onto Blakesley Road.
Tielemans, wasn't it? Had every right to step in and try and take the ball. I like the reaction from USA after, though, to then win the ball back straight away. As he's trying to line that up, it's not really on for the shot. And I think Tielemans owns that space in front of him. Gets his foot just in the front there, look, next to the ball. I think that's absolutely fair enough. You're not going to get that much time to get that shot off in that moment.
So that's that run. Drops here for Robinson, but a poor touch. Goyen. We've seen more of the ball now. Adams, really good pass, but a really poor touch from Freeman.
Turn right onto Blakesley Road.
Oh, that's a shame. I mean, he's smiling as if to say, I can't put it any better than where that is. Look how that's floated, it's just perfect. Probably needed just a little first-time side foot punch back into the danger area, penalty spot area. There are other teammates arriving.
In about 1.5 miles.
Belgium have to be careful they don't concede too much ground. They're not having a lot of the ball. And the USA are starting to win those second balls and picking up much more balls like in these kind of areas, and then the momentum will start to build eventually.
Just wonder if that is a conscious thing, just allowing USA to have possession to a certain extent, to a certain point on the pitch at least.
I'd say it's more a subconscious thing, to be honest. I think when you're defending a lead, you naturally just want to protect it. Sometimes that's not the best tact.
Scoop from Rayner. They just bounce out of play. to being a peripheral figure on the pitch, but certainly not off it. I think Alex Morgan there, multiple World Cup winner with the US women's national team. And then have a long way to go to catch up with their exploits, and they'll be hoping to get another start next summer in Brazil, led by Emma Hayes. Robertson's ball is cut out, and Decatur Lara finds Vanaken. Trossard had made the run ahead. Instead, it's to Kuiper. Sent forward. Freeze. Well, oh. He hesitated, and the shot is in! A total calamity from the United States! And Belgium capitalise. A quite remarkable passage of play. And Belgium have barely broken sweat in this second half. And Hans Vanaken has restored, well, has given them a 2-goal cushion. An embarrassing one to concede.
Well, I don't know where you start or where you look, to be honest. Look away. It's just a horror. It really is. I don't know what Freeze is thinking. He's just got to put his foot through it. You're taking a big risk, but when that shot goes in, you think, it's okay. Ream's there. But he just completely misjudges the ball. I mean, he's kind of making a backwards movement, which I guess can make it a little bit more tricky, but still, it's just a shambles, really, that goal. And just as the USA was starting to get a little bit more momentum and to get possession and get hold of the ball and start to build a bit, they've really knocked themselves back, and they've got a mountain to climb now.
Christian Pulisic, just wonder if he's not 100%. I don't think he'd be taken off if he was.
Arrive at Blakesley.
Didn't look like he was moving too freely, but the man they call Captain America will not be the man to save them today, and instead Sebastian Berhalter is on in his place. After all the positivity, after all the momentum they've gathered, to go out in these sorts of circumstances with all the